But anyway, I love talking music with folks, and especially when John Jorgenson stops by the Sty. And you were just saying, John, he's playing at the Kumbla tonight, and you were just mentioning how you love coming here because all your friends are on the walls.
Oh my God! Everybody, everywhere I look, it's somebody from that I know. If it's Red Volkert or Marshall Chapman or Rodney Crowell or Dave Alvin or just everywhere, John Cowan.
Yeah.
Which reminded me, like, I just saw him playing with the Doobie Brothers. John McPhee's an old friend of mine.
Yeah, John McPhee's a great guy.
He lives down towards Solvang, and I was going to stop and see him on the way up. And,
okay.
Both of them took part in a tribute show that my wife put on for John D. Loudermilk, who's an old friend of hers.
Okay.
Along with Tommy Emmanuel.
Wow.
Emmylou Harris, Rodney Crowell, Ricky Skaggs and the Whites.
Man, what a show.
Roseanne Cash.
Wow.
Well, it was filmed. It's going to be on PBS in September.
Oh, yay.
And 24 of the 27 performances are going to be on a CD coming out.
And you produced this?
I did. I did.
Oh, man.
And it tested all my skill sets because it wasn't supposed to be an album at first. It was just a show. And he was still alive at that point.
Okay.
And my wife she knew him forever and felt like he needed to just receive something of what he's given to the world.
Yeah.
With so many great songs.
Yeah.
Like Then You Can Tell Me Goodbye, and Waterloo, and Tobacco Road, and on and on and on. And so he was stage 4 bone cancer, but he was able to come. Mm-hmm. Totally enjoyed it.
Nice.
And then in last September, he passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
As I was mixing the tracks, getting ready for the television part of it, they started sounding so good that we said maybe it might be an album. The music might stand on its own, and it totally did.
Well, send it here because we'll play it.
Oh,
I'm looking forward to hearing
I
it.
so will. It's
for sure. John Jorgenson is there an instrument you don't play?
Yes, the violin. You do not want to hear that.
I can't
trumpet or trombone, any brass instrument.
Really?
I mean, I can get a sound out of it, but no, it's not playing it.
And is there anybody, because I just want to mention some of the roster of who you've played with. I mean, you were with Elton John for 6 years, Bob Seger, Willie Nelson, Bonnie Raitt, Roy Orbison, Johnny Cash. Who would be on your bucket list to still play with?
Oh, Peter Gabriel.
Oh, yeah.
Paul McCartney.
Oh, well, I'm amazed that will happen. I know that will happen for you.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
It would be nice.
You hang in the same circles, so...
maybe Ringo, of course, too.
Right.
I would love to do something with Yo-Yo Ma sometime. Mm-hmm. I've never done anything with Wynton Marsalis. Mm-hmm. That would be nice. And then, there's a group called Fanfare Chio Harlia.
Okay.
That they're a brass band, a gypsy brass band from Bulgaria.
Okay.
They're amazing. I've played with them on a record, but I wasn't there when they were there, so it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. No, if you're not in the same room, it's just two ships passing in the night, but never.
Exactly, we're digitally together. It's like Facebook friends musically.
Okay, well put. And I love that. And I'm just gonna mention this one little thing. When you were a boy, but a lad, you played as the roaming musicians in Disneyland.
I did, yeah.
Tell.
Well, it was funny. It was a friend of mine that we'll see in the next couple of days. He was put with the task of putting together a band that could play bluegrass to entertain people at a new ride, Thunder Mountain.
Right.
And then also Dixieland to entertain people on Main Street.
Wow.
So he asked me if I knew anyone that played fiddle and trumpet. Dixieland cornet and bluegrass fiddle. I said, that person doesn't exist. But needing a job, I said, but I can play the clarinet, which was true, but I only played classical clarinet. I didn't know Dixieland. And I said, and I can play the mandolin, which was a lie. I didn't even own one, but I really desperately wanted to learn it.
Yeah.
Because the previous summer to that, I was in Aspen, Colorado, playing bass with a band that played most of David Grisman's first quintet album.
Okay.
So I was kind of introduced to that music through the modern version,
Yeah.
and I got more interested in the traditional. I really wanted to learn the mandolin. And so, to my surprise, he said, okay, you have the job.
Oh, my gosh.
And originally it was a 3-month temporary job. And this band, it was really good. It ended up being good.
And you played in 3 different vibes.
Yeah,
You had to change unis 3 times a day.
Yeah, and the third one was gypsy jazz, which, and I basically kind of forced that because I wanted to play that kind of music.
Okay.
And I said, hey, we can cover this other area. Yeah, so in the morning I would go in and dress up like a cowboy, play my mandolin, still sing Bill Monroe songs.
I love it.
Then in the midday, I would dress up like a 30s guy, in high-waisted pants and suspenders, and play swing and gypsy jazz.
Oh, fun.
And the afternoon, I would dress up like Roaring Twenties and play the soprano sax or the clarinet.
Oh, I love that.
So the good thing is, if you're playing 6 or 7 sets a day, 6 days a week,
Wow.
you can get so bored. Right? Playing the same music over and over.
Yes, but you're not.
Since we got to play 3 different styles,
Sure.
it's 3 different repertoires.
Yeah.
And it really made the job not only fun, but informative,
Yeah.
palatable, and, able to keep a good attitude.
Did any of the characters ever give you grief?
The characters were our friends.
Oh, okay,
The
good.
people in the park gave the characters grief. Usually didn't give us grief, but, the characters, it's a human inside that costume, but people don't react to it like a human.
No.
So it's almost like I say, like you could make online comments because you're not face to face with a person, quote unquote. So
Yeah.
you'd be surprised at what people might have said
Oh my
to
gosh.
those characters.
I've seen grown people scream Mickey and chase Mickey Mouse. It's just like just like crazy
and people
about
will
it.
punch them, and
Why would you punch Mickey Mouse?
well,
Yeah.
one of my
yeah.
earliest things there, we were sent out to do a tour of children's hospitals, along with a group of the characters.
Oh wow.
And I'll tell you what, if you want to grow up quick,
Oh yeah.
you just do that.
Uh-huh.
And usually the smaller characters like Mickey, Minnie, and Donald, those are often either quite a short person or a woman. Whether or not it's Mickey, it can be a woman inside. And so a couple of these were young mothers.
Yeah.
And so they had this giant smiling head on, and they're
they're
going in
just-
to make these kids feel good.
Yeah.
And they're seeing sick kids that remind them of their own kids. So inside this smiling mask, they're literally sobbing. It's a
Wow. That would be so hard.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh man. But,
There are, but when again, on the other hand, you're seeing these kids smile
and you're
laugh
doing the
and-
right thing.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
And you're making somebody's day, which makes it wow.
Yeah.
That's a real lot of conflicted emotions going on there. Thank you. We're here with John Jorgenson. John, you're playing with your quintet tonight at the Kumbwa, and I knew we can talk music and do all this stuff, but you also, I hear you play some good stuff. What you gonna play?
Well, I was thinking about it on the way. I mean, disclaimer. I normally don't play solo. That's why I have a quintet or a bluegrass band or a rock band. So I thought, what can I play by myself for you today? And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a song called Dr. Jazz. And it's a song that I sing as well. And,
Nice.
it's from the early time of jazz. And I think, there was a lot of code words at that time. Jazz could mean many other things. And so, but this is about, kind of being hooked on something, whatever it is. It could be
Yeah.
music. It could be whatever, something. So it's called Dr. Jazz.
Thank you. All right.
Dr. Jazz. He's got just what I need, I'll say he has. When that world goes wrong and I've got the blues, he's the man that makes me get out both my dancing shoes. The more I get, the more I want it seems. I page old Dr. Jazz in on my dreams. When I'm troubled, bound and mixed, he's the man that gets me fixed. Hello Central, give me Dr. Jazz. Give me Dr. Jazz. He's just got what I need, I know he has. When that world goes wrong and I've got the blues, he's the man that makes me get off both my dancing shoes. The more I get, the more I want, it seems. I page old Dr. Jazz in all my dreams. When I'm troubled, bound and mixed, he's the man who gets me fixed. Hello Central, give me Dr. Jazz. Yes, yes. Hello Central, give me Dr. Jazz.
Wow, that was fine. You ought to sing more often.
Oh, thank you.
That was cool. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back a couple more minutes.
Sure.
You cool to hang? All right, cool. Thanks for listening to The Pig. We have John Jorgenson here. John Jorgenson and his quintet appearing tonight at the Kumbwa in Santa Cruz.